Good evening. Whoever's here, I'm glad you're here. And let's see. Oh, we have somebody on YouTube. Welcome to the chat. And I don't think, let's see. Yeah, there's not many people here, but I'm not going to worry about that too much. I'm here, you're here, and that's the important thing. Okay, so, to talk a little bit about photography, there is going to be an upcoming guest on December the 3rd, and I'm really looking forward to that. Uh, Let me just get my switcher all organized here. And that person is going to be Lisa Connor. And Lisa Connor is an exceptional wildlife photographer and macro photographer. So she's going to relate some of her experiences in taking wildlife photographs as well as macro photographs in nature and how she approaches it, what equipment she uses, and what some of the challenges are in doing that. So that is going to be, yeah, next week. So that's going to be super to have her here. And if you are here on YouTube, let me know who you are, where you're from. It's always nice to know who our guests are. We also have a Zoom channel open, and if you want to show some of your photographs, we'd be happy to see them. Talk about photography, talk about cameras, talk about anything related to photography, whether it's your hobby or whether it's business or sideline, whatever it happens to be. If you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer them for you. Okay. Hi, Barry. Glad to have you here. And what are you up to tonight? What's happening in your world? Hi, Jeanette from Mississauga. Glad you could make it. Let's see. David's here. Hi, David. How you doing? Well, that's interesting, Barry. Uh, Geez, you know what? You scared me for a minute there. I didn't think I was posting any love videos, but who knows? These kind of things can happen, I suppose. Um, Glad you're here. Hi, David. And we have Lisa. Hi, Lisa. I'm good. Thank you very much. Hello, Anka. Nice to have you here. Well, I'm okay. The one thing that you'll see me adjusting quite a bit tonight are my glasses. I'll be squinting a little bit. I had cataract surgery 2 weeks ago, and so I'm still dealing with that. Just on one eye, though. Those Lee, Dr. Lee. Yeah, Zanetti. Zanetti. Yeah, he. Uh, she's okay. Yeah, she's okay. She's a little bit. Let's see. What should I call it? Abrupt. she she's. Pardon me. Well, I guess it can be if you like people who are, all business and um, that's it. You know, uh, she the surgery usually is a 20-minute surgery. Mine was an hour because I have a very weak left eye, and she had a little bit of a problem with it. It was excruciating. The last time I had cataracts done was 30 years ago. Yeah, on the other eye, and Zanetti actually did that one, and it went smooth, really smooth. This one not so much. So I'm on like, y- yeah, yeah, because well, when I was with Zanetti, they put me out. I mean, I was out, right? And now you get a little pill that makes you sleepy. I I don't think it made me sleepy very much. Yeah, yeah. Well, it did that, but it's still painful. Anyway, it's over with. That's in the past, and now I'm on I've got 6 drops all lined up in different times of the day, and man, not too bad. It's at the point now that I can I can read some stuff with it. These glasses, of course, are pre-surgery, so they're not really good for this eye. So I'll have to get another prescription, obviously. Yeah. Fun times with eyes and things. Oh, I tell you. Well, let me see here. We've got some other people coming in. That's fantastic too. I'm just going to see who else appeared here. Let's see. Yeah. No, no, it isn't. And I'm sorry I missed your open house, but that's the reason I missed it. Yeah. Well, oddly enough, when pre-surgery, uh, you sign a sheet that they try to make you responsible for what they do to you, which is kind of weird. Anyway, uh, and on that, it gives you success rate, and the success rate because of that particular eye condition was 80%. And I kind of fell into the 20 a little bit, but I think that only a little bit because it was successful. It was just mm, really cringy. Yeah. So, well, yeah, thank you very much. And I was kind of, I went into it with trepidations, and I thought, oh, geez, I hope everything works out okay, um, and in the end, I think it will. Things are still kind of developing, and they're getting better each day. My eyesight is my eyesight is clear, and it's getting to the point that if I lift my glasses, I can read things better than when they're on my face. So yeah, good stuff. And yeah, but that was caused by an eye injury I had in a machine shop where a sliver of steel went into my eye. And I actually had to go to Toronto to have it removed. They couldn't do it here in Brantford at the time. So I had to go to Toronto and they removed it there. Um, Interestingly, what they tried to do here was use a magnet to pull it out, couldn't do it. So they sent me to Toronto and they couldn't do that there either. So what they did is they made a cut on the top of my eye, removed it, and then sutured it back. And the doctor said to me that what he did is he took out a certain amount of eye fluid. I don't know if you guys even want to hear about this, but he took out a certain amount of eye fluid, so when that knit together, it would tighten a little bit, and if he took out the right amount, it would be perfect, and it was. I mean, he was amazing. Um, yeah, that eye has been perfect ever since. So and now the other one will be fine too. I think in the long run, it'll be good. Uh, she threatened, she threatened that she might have to go in again, and so I'm doing everything I can not to have that happen. Yeah, I'm not. I would even talk her out of it. But anyway, that's it in a nutshell. But what I wanted to do, because we've got other people here, and I just wanted to go back, take a step back, because we do have a guest on the 3rd of December, and I think you're aware of it. And that guest will be Lisa Connor. And Lisa Connor is a wildlife and macro photographer, and she is an exceptional photographer on her own. And one of the interesting things is that she'll go out and do wildlife photography with her family. And I don't know how you do that because I think you have to, they have to wait in the background or what. I'm not sure how that happens. So Lisa will have to explain that. But and she'll do that, and she'll talk a little bit about what her approach is, how she does it, what equipment she uses, trials and tribulations, and so on. So it's going to be a really good week. That's Wednesday, December the 3rd. So yeah, that's going to be fantastic. Anyway, tonight I didn't have anything that I necessarily wanted to talk about. For those of you who are on Zoom, I'll be happy to talk about or have you show any photographs that you may have that you want us to have a look at. But besides that, I came across something that's quite interesting, and that is I came across two portfolios that I had. I'm not going to show both portfolios tonight, but I'll show you one of them. And these are photographs from back in the day. And so they're a little bit dated, but you'll get some sense of what kind of photography I did. And I also made, not for your viewing pleasure, but I also made a list of the customers that I had. And I was quite surprised how many I did have commercial customers. And I was also surprised how many of them are in the Fortune 500. So yeah, it was a good experience. I mean, they flew me all over the states and to take photographs and so on. So it was a lot of fun. So depending on what you guys have to show, because that takes precedence as far as I'm concerned, over everything. And oh, let's see. I'm just mm, I split my screen in two, and I'm having a hard time getting over there. Okay, I don't have any more messages, but if you are on YouTube, let me know who you are and where you're from. I appreciate that, and a first name, um, because I don't like calling people by their AKAs. First names are always better, a little bit more personal. Okay, let's see. So we'll start with Steve. I'm glad you're here. I didn't see you in there for a minute, and I'm happy to see you here. Yeah. Uh, geez, nice. All right, I'm just going to go down here and add everybody into my just add, yes, add, just in case you want to. And we're going to and add again. And I think that's everybody. Yep, that is everybody. All right. So, Steve, what have you been up to these days?
Oh, everything, work, renovating the house. So, photography wise, I've been chasing the Northern Lights. So, they've
Oh,
been
yeah.
quite active in our area I'm going to say the last year actually.
Yeah.
So, got some decent photos of them, and yeah, that's it.
I think all those solar flares activated those northern lights pretty well, didn't they?
Yeah, we're in the middle of an active solar cycle.
Yeah.
So, that's what's responsible for it. So, I think it comes every 11 years. So
Yeah.
we're in that 11-year sweet spot right now. So
Fantastic.
yeah.
Yeah. So, do you have a few of those pictures you'd like to share, or would you share?
I do, but here's the problem. I'm not sure how to share them on Zoom. So
Oh, well, you know what? You're in the right place to learn,
yeah.
because I'll just step you through it real quickly. The first thing you have to do is open the images up, um, so that they're large on your screen. Are you using a laptop or desktop?
Laptop, and it's a
Okay,
MacBook.
yeah. Oh, even better.
Yeah.
uh, but yeah, if you go to the file folder that contains those images, and you do a single click on the image and then hit the space bar, that'll open it, right?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Try that.
Okay. Yeah, bear with me. I apologize here.
Yeah, no problem. Because um, I haven't seen anybody's Northern Lights images yet,
Okay.
and I know they've been pretty nice. I mean, they're seeing them south, as far south as what?
They went to Mexico, the last one
Yeah, yeah.
last week. So
And those are people that have never seen them.
yeah. You said
Were
hit the
you?
space bar, George?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, I got the image open.
Okay. Now, just is it large?
Yeah, it's large.
Okay, because you can drag it by the corner and enlarge it even more if you want, just so long as you don't make your Zoom screen disappear totally.
Yeah.
All right. Now, you got that?
Yep.
Go back to your Zoom screen.
Yep.
Down at the bottom, if you move your mouse down to the bottom menu will open up, and there right in the middle is a green one, share.
Yep.
Okay, click on share,
Yep.
and then you'll see a whole bunch of windows there. One of them will be your image.
Okay. They're
Do you,
just blank. Yeah, blank. And they got the triangle with the exclamation mark.
oh, okay. Maybe
Yeah, I
that's a
think I
per,
got some kind of setting I probably got.
yeah, it's probably a permissions problem.
Yeah, I apologize.
No, no, don't apologize. That's fine. I mean, we're all here to learn how to do things, and that's one of them is
I was gonna
how
say,
to,
Steve, don't sweat it because I've never done it either. So I'm
Okay.
following your actions here to see if I could do that as well. I've
Okay.
never done it. So yeah, you're not alone.
Okay. Yeah, it's definitely some kind of setting I have. I have to go to my system settings.
okay. Well, we won't worry about it tonight. Uh,
Okay.
but uh, but what I can do is maybe sometime in the near future, if you can spare about 15 minutes, then the two of us can open up a Zoom chat and you can go through it and we can take our time and make sure it works. Because it's always
Okay.
neat when you can share your images through Zoom.
Yeah. Um, Maybe I'll send you one, George, and through the Facebook Messenger. I don't know if you're able to share it or up to you.
Um, okay, let's see, Facebook, are you going to send it through messages?
Yeah.
Okay, do that. And
Okay.
I'm just going to, sorry, I got to lean out to see this other screen.
Yeah.
And I'll open that right now. There we go. And there we go. And
Okay. I sent three of them to you. There's two Northern Light photos, and one is of the comet. We had a comet that was visible recently as well.
yeah, oh, my earphone is falling out. Okay. All right, I'm just saving them now. Okay, let's see if I can open these then and share them. Are these JPEGs?
Yes, they are.
Hmm. Oh, okay. Well, I think I can manage it this way. Huh, that's interesting. I managed to open one. We'll have a look at that one. Here we go. Okay. Are you guys seeing this image?
Just the
Yeah,
top part of it.
I can see all of it.
Yes?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, good. I just want to make sure you're seeing it. All right. Do
Okay,
you
yeah,
want to
this is it.
describe this?
Yeah, so that's Comet Lemon. It was visible, I think, about 2 weeks, 2 or 3 weeks ago. And I just shot that just with a regular telephoto lens. Those are clouds, storm clouds that are coming in, being illuminated by city lights. Yeah, that was it. Taken from my backyard with my DSLR, and that was it. Usually for astrophotography, I have a large telescope that I hook my cameras up to, but that night I didn't get a chance because the comet was a little bit too low on the horizon. So I couldn't target it. I couldn't get the telescope to track it or anything like that. So that was out of about 10 shots, that was the best one I managed to squeeze out. Yeah. And uh I don't know, you guys familiar with the Starlink satellite constellation that's out there for Wi-Fi and everything across the planet? Those satellites kept ruining my shots. Like they kept showing up. It was really weird. So, but yeah, that was
What
it.
So
what did they
that's really nice, Steve. I'm curious, what did those look like, the Starlink satellites?
You can actually see one just a little bit if you look to the left of the comet, just above the clouds between two brighter stars. Yeah, right there. That's one there. They just look like on, how can I say it, on film they'll appear as streaks, but in real life they'll look like moving stars, and they move quickly. They'll brighten. They'll eventually fade out.
And what was your shutter speed?
Um, Geez, I'm not sure. It was a little bit quick. I think that one was about 8 seconds. I had to increase the ISO. It could have even been 5 seconds. So for some reason, I don't know, the sky looked like it was moving very fast. So usually they say if you keep your shutter speeds under 13 seconds, you won't get a lot of star trails.
Right.
So yeah,
Well,
about
you know what? That clouds really add to your picture. Actually, they provide that contrast between you've got the purple hues and the blues, and then
yeah,
you've got the warm tones there with the sky. So that's it's really lovely.
yeah, thank you. Yeah, out of all the pictures, I figured that one had it looked the best. Otherwise, it was just plain with kind of a black background with the stars, and you could see the comet, but it didn't look good. It didn't, how can I say, I don't know how to explain it. It didn't pop as much.
Yeah, well, that's a good explanation right there. Okay, so that's that one. Oh, let's see. I was going to ask another question. You're shooting this through your telescope.
This was through a telephoto lens. It was just a
Oh, okay.
70 to 200, but I got it right here beside me. So, and I think my aperture was 5.6, I think.
Okay, well, yeah, you don't need depth of field out there. That's for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, just
Okay.
this thing. I don't know if you could see it. It's just a
Uh,
Sigma.
Hang
Yeah,
on
my
just a
trusty
second.
old.
I'm just going to see if I can get you on here.
Another thing I should add when you're taking pictures of the sky, stars, or whatever, use either a timer or a remote. So that way you want
Yeah,
to minimize your camera shake because that it's really sensitive. I'm still using a DSLR, not a mirrorless. So even the mirror actuating it shakes the camera.
okay, I'm just going to see if I've got too many things to do all at once here, but we'll certainly give it a shot. And we'll see if this works. I'm going to stop sharing for a second here. There. Now we've got you, I think.
Yep.
You're right here. Good.
Yeah.
Here, pull up a
Yeah.
chair.
George.
That's great. Okay, show us that again, show us that lens you were showing us.
Yep. It's just a Sigma.
Okay.
So,
Hey, don't
yeah.
knock the Sigma lenses. They're pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah. This was a good one. This one's a fast one, f2.8.
Yeah.
I think it's either f22 or f32 to 2.8. I'm going to say 22.
Okay. So I just got a note here that they're not seeing the images on YouTube. All right, well, I'm not sure how I can fix that, but we certainly give that a shot. Okay, now I'm just going to try to pull up one of the Northern Light images here.
Mhm.
And to save this image. There. Hey, I don't know why that works, but whatever I did, that works. And now, going to share it. Okay,
Yep.
you guys seeing that full image now?
Yep.
Good. Okay. So where is this taking place?
So this one is just between Hamilton and Brantford. It's I guess Ancaster is where I shot that. Right near the 403, actually. You can kind of see the highway traffic in the lower right corner.
Okay.
I took that photo. I'm going to say last month, sometime last month, I took it.
So are those the real pale green? Are those moving during the shot?
Yes, they are.
Oh,
So
yeah,
there,
I can see the star traces.
yeah,
Yeah,
yep. Shutter speed and all that, I couldn't tell you. I'd have to look.
yeah.
So I took that a little while ago. I think that was September I took that photo.
Okay. And now I'm going to stop sharing again. Now, were you guys on YouTube able to see that one at all?
Yeah, I'm watching us on YouTube on my phone.
Mhm.
I don't think it's come up to that part yet, but I couldn't see it. And it's just you that I see on the YouTube.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
I see both of you, but no image.
Oh, okay. Sorry. My mistake.
Yeah.
I wasn't watching live.
Well, I apologize because on YouTube you should be able to see the images that I bring up, and I'm not sure why that's happening. You know, one of the interesting things about doing a chat like this is I don't have anybody really to take the time to collaborate with to work out any kinks. Somebody who will be willing to sit on YouTube and make sure that when I do present these images through my software, that they actually show up on YouTube. Um, I'm projecting these images out of Zoom, but through a piece of software. So that's probably where things are getting hung. Don't know. But hey, you know what? It's a good experience and I'm going to work on it. That's all I can tell you. All right, so I'm going to get rid of that image. And last image I'm going to bring up right now. And I'm going to bring it up in a slightly different way. And we'll see if that works. Okay, so this next image looks like, all right, so we'll try it this way, and you can ask me if this works. Share. Hmm, Okay, now what I'm doing is I'm actually bringing it up in Facebook.
Mhm.
So this is the last image that you showed. And is that coming up full screen there?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
It's your full like
yeah,
desktop screen, yeah.
yeah. It's my Chrome.
Yeah.
Yeah, my web. So, Jeanette, is that working? Okay, so this is the same angle. Is that the same night or a different night?
Oh, that's the same night. I
Okay,
uh I just chose that one and did some editing on it because you could still see a little bit of purple in it, purple and reds. So that was it. A little bit wider of an angle.
yeah. Okay, that's cool.
Hmm.
Okay, well, Steve, thank you very much for showing us those, and I'll look forward to seeing some more if you get some more good shots of the aurora borealis. That would be
Yeah. Thanks,
fantastic.
George.
Yeah. Super when you know, and that's the whole point of my Wednesday night 1 hour chat is to have a look and see what people are doing, what kind of experiences they're having with this. Of course, now with it getting colder and colder, it's a little bit different sitting out there and setting it up, and you know, got to get bundled up, man.
Yeah.
Okay.
The good thing about winter doing night images and astrophotography is there's no bugs.
Well, no, I guess not, eh?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, I guess that's the way to close it. I'm not sure if no, that's good. Okay, fantastic. I think we're good to go here. Okay. Anybody else? Anything?
I did try some shots in the wind. I'll show you. They're more abstract, I think.
Okay, let me just make sure I've got a place for you here. Okay, and I'm going to.
Can you see those?
Okay, everybody here see those? Lisa, Anka?
What it was like gusts of 50 kilometers an hour. The trees that behind me were really swaying. And
Hang on just a second. I just want to make sure that these are being viewed on YouTube as well, and whether they can see these on YouTube. Okay, Jeanette, can you see these images?
They're not visible.
No, not on YouTube?
No.
Give it about 11 seconds. That's the lag time between me and YouTube. Hmm. No again. Okay. I don't know why that is. Why is that? Anyway, let's see. I'm going to try this in a slightly different way. Slightly different. Okay, can YouTubers, Jeanette, can you see that one? Give it about 10 seconds. I've got YouTube open now too. I just want to see if it comes up. Eureka. Okay, now I know how to do
Here, it's visible.
it. Okay, go ahead. Talk.
So it was, as I say, it was really windy, and I thought, let's try something a little bit different. So it's overexposed. The blue, it was cloudy, but there was a lot of blue in the sky as well, which I assume is the blue on there. And it was handheld, and the timing was at 1 second. And it just something different, a little bit sort of abstract in a way.
Huh.
But, I don't know what people think, but
Looks like a painting.
It does.
yeah,
Yeah.
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 And one of the things I'm really happy with, Steve, David, is that you guys are putting a signature on your work. I really encourage that with photographers. You know what? I was just saying the other day that with painters, artists who paint, whatever medium they paint in, and however crappy their paintings are, they sign them,
Mm.
you know, because they're art, even if they're
Yeah.
bad art. And I encourage photographers to sign them because they're art, and usually they're good art. So yeah, sign your paintings.
So anyway, that was my little experiment anyway, just
Yeah,
to see how it would turn out on that.
and do you have let's see, what's another one? Show us the next one there.
Um, I'll show you the first one. That I zoomed in quite a bit on that one.
Yeah. Wow. Actually, they're beautiful. I think they're frameable. I could see this in a nice big, 20 by 24 framed piece of art.
Yeah. Well, I like abstract
Yeah.
art, so it's just trying to try something, see how it goes. Yeah. It, yeah, it was turned out a little bit better than I thought it would.
Well, that's always a pleasant surprise.
Yeah, this yeah, you never know. A lot of times, I took a lot of. We still got a lot of trees at the back which have got a lot of leaves on them,
Yeah,
surprisingly. I took pictures of those, but they just didn't come out right.
yeah.
The sun was shining through, but just didn't seem to gel. So I went over to the other
Okay.
side where there's virtually no leaves on these trees.
Do you want to go over again from the beginning when you set this up to the end, the process you went through to achieve this?
Well, yeah, basically it was on a tripod. Oh no, sorry, I held hand it because I thought I'm not worried about it being shaking.
Yeah,
Um, so I just went out, set it up for 1 second and zoomed in, and so I overexposed it so it was more bright, and I was quite surprised when the blue came out from the sky
yeah.
because it was intermittent, and yeah, it worked out a lot better than I thought it would do.
No kidding. No kidding, eh? I love it.
So I just
Yeah.
went different. This is back a bit further, slightly more trees, but yeah. As I say, the fact it was just so windy, the trees were really blowing around. I thought, oh, this should be good, just to see how it goes. I tried. Um, the other thing, there was a lot of leaves falling down, and it was just because I didn't think about it. I had a long exposure, but of course it didn't catch the leaves. It was just blurred. And afterwards, I thought, oh, I should have done it quick to catch the leaves. But it's just a learning curve. Anyway, that's my little photos. So
There we go. Quite some time ago, I saw an image that was very interesting. It was poplar trees all in a row down a road on a very windy day. And the photographer set up his camera, or her camera, I'm not sure if it was he or she, but anyway, the photographer set up their camera, and it was a very windy day, used long exposure. And the neat thing about it was that the ground was steady. The tree trunks were steady, but as you went up the tree trunk, it began blurring. And it blurred more and more as you got to the tops of the trees, because obviously they were moving more vigorously in the wind. And that was a super shot. That was just a super shot to see everything steady at the bottom, and then halfway up the picture, you started seeing a little bit of blur in the trunk of the trees, and then at the top, it was like very blurry. It was super. So, let's see. That's great. All right. What else? Let's see. How's our time doing? Oh, we're doing very well. And I don't think there's anything else that I can really bring to the discussion. I don't think I'm going to go through my portfolio tonight. I'd rather look at your photographs than my photographs, obviously. So, yeah, let me see if I can. Yeah, it's nice to have people on the Zoom. I know that people that are in YouTube can't participate the same way that the people in the Zoom application can, and that way you can share photographs and so on. But see. So there are a few people watching here. Good. All right. Any questions? Anybody has any questions, concerns, anything they like to talk about?
Well,
I thought I could share a few photos if you'd like.
Oh, Anka, I'd love it. Okay, hang
All
on a
right.
second. Let me just set you up and let's see. You'll need to add your camera for one thing.
Okay. Let me do that 1 second. I'm actually
Okay.
going to switch from my phone to the Zoom on the computer,
Okay, so you'll be gone
where
for a
my
second.
images are.
Yeah.
I shouldn't, it gives me actually of switching. It so that
Oh, okay.
how does
Good.
that look? Can you see me now?
Yep. Good. I've just
All
added
right.
you, and that's fantastic. Let me just
Perfect.
okay, and let's see. I'm just going to make
Enable
sure
sharing.
yeah, enable. Well, you're going to be doing the sharing, but I'm going to enable. Let's see, who do we have here? We have David, and in a second, we're going to have you
Mm-hmm.
right there. Ta-da! And then I'm going to go down here. Good. And if you post your image,
Mm-hmm.
if you
I will in a second, but first I wanted to share the backstory to the image.
okay, we can do
And I
that.
think you've probably already seen these photos on Facebook, but for the rest of the group, I wanted to share them. So yeah, so anyway, I do wildlife photography as all of you probably already know. And with the fall weather and the fall theme we've been having, I kind of challenged myself to try and get some cute fall themed photos. And outside my home here, I feed birds, and a lot of chipmunks come, and they also nab some of the nuts. So I thought, oh, I'm going to take advantage of that. And I collected some leaves, some colored leaves, and I did a little setup where I set them up in my driveway, and then I put some acorns in amongst the leaves. And then I waited, and I had to wait actually a little while for the chipmunk to discover them. But I wanted to share some of the photos I captured with my setup. So I'm going to share my screen, and I'm going to switch to Photoshop here. So there we go. So I captured a number of different images of the chipmunk with the acorns, and just thought I'd share that with folks. So there's one of them, and then there's another one, and there's another one, and there's another one as well. And the how I captured these. So these ones that are clearer like this and sort of these better colors, those are regular photographs that I captured on the raw setting in on my camera on my Nikon. So these were regular photographs, whereas this one right here was actually a still that I took off of a video, and the reason I tried that was because I wanted the photos to be from the eye level of the chipmunk. And so my biggest challenge was actually to get my camera low enough to the ground so that I could shoot eye level. And that was actually really hard because for wildlife photography, using the viewfinder is actually much better. You can focus much better on your subject, and you can also take continuous shots. The problem is that you can't really get your face that close to the ground, and I wasn't gonna lay like sideways on the ground and try to kind of shoot, kind of almost like as though I'm sleeping on my side and try to sh shoot that way. So I was sitting cross-legged, and using live view would actually be much better because I could then hold the camera really low down in my lap and have it at the ground level. But the problem with live view is that the screen, whenever you take a photo, you get like then a black screen and you can't focus. You can't constantly refocus on your subject. So it posed some challenges. So because of that, I was missing a lot of shots because the chipmunk would move, and meanwhile my screen would go black and I couldn't focus on it. So then I tried video because with video, you're watching the entire scene the whole time and your subject stays there. But the challenge then is that with video, trying to get a good image from a frame is not always the easiest thing. So anyway, those were a couple of the challenges that I faced, and I'm still not sure sort of what the best solution is, but that was my attempt at the fall themed chipmunk.
It's great. That's
Yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah, they're beautiful. They're
Yeah, they
beautiful.
are.
Thank you.
I've, of course, I've seen these before because you've shown these to me, and I was saying to you that this is a little bit different than I've seen you with hip waders out in the swamp,
Mm-hmm.
sitting cross-legged
Mm-hmm.
in your own backyard and making it look like it isn't your backyard.
That's right. Well, I'll have to give credit here because there is a photographer that I follow online, and you might enjoy looking up her work. She goes by the name Danny Connor Wild, and she's a young woman out in Sweden who is most well known for photographing red squirrels, and she does these lovely YouTube videos about her basically her photography, her wildlife photography, and some of them are travel videos. And she's traveled, all over photographing wildlife. But anyway, she wanted to do red squirrels in like fall leaves and did a similar setup. So I saw her video and I thought, oh, I'm going to try the same myself. So that's kind of where I got the idea.
Uh-huh. Well, that's great.
Yeah.
Thank
Uh,
you.
th- my question for you is, have you tried at all using what are you shooting with, Nikon or Canon? I'm sorry.
Nikon.
Okay. Have you tried using Nikon's autofocus or have you tried switching your focusing to back button focus?
I always use back button focus. Yes.
Okay.
I use
Uh,
back button focus.
and have you tried using the AFS? That's the single. That's the one where you have to refocus. But then there's AFC,
I'm
which is
on continuous.
oh,
I'm
you're
on
on continue.
continuous. Yeah.
So and with continuous, it doesn't stay on the subject.
Not automatically. I have to keep the focus point.
Yeah.
So I use the single point focus to keep, and then I have to keep it. So if I keep the back button pressed and I keep that focal point on the subject, it does. The problem I was having was that because I wanted to physically hold the camera so low and I couldn't get my face at that position, I was using live view. And when you use live view, every time it takes a photo, it actually like goes black before the screen comes up again. So it doesn't take continuous photos and keep the image on the screen. Like my
Yeah.
camera,
Yeah.
like my screen, my live view goes goes black when it takes an image, and then momentarily then the image comes back. And meanwhile, I can't keep the focus on the chipmunk because like the chipmunk's moving and I'm handheld holding the camera. So because there's this interruption in what I'm seeing on the screen, it was causing me to lose shots. So I get a few shots in, but then the chipmunk doesn't stay there long. So I found every time the chipmunk came, I really was only able to get a few shots rather than like as many as I could have gotten through the viewfinder.
Yeah, interestingly enough, I broke down a little while ago and brought a mirrorless camera, and of course, the screen doesn't go blank there because the mirror doesn't go up
That's
and
right.
gives you that blind spot.
Yeah.
Um, so I found that the AF continuous works beautifully because the screen is always
Yeah.
on, right?
Yeah. That's right. So
So
that would be a benefit of that for sure in this situation.
yeah, and I just want to remind you that um, that's what you should do is add that to your
Mhm.
Christmas list. Santa might
Yes.
be very generous this year. You never
Yeah.
know.
Well, I think the Nikon camera I would need is they have like the Z9 kind of cameras, and just
Yep.
body alone is like close to $5,000.
Oh, hey, Santa says no problem, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, my D500 I'm using is almost 10 years old, so I've got to be mentally prepared that I'm gonna have to replace it.
Well, I think that
Yeah.
that your camera has probably a lot of shutter clicks on it.
It does. Yeah,
Yeah.
it
So,
does.
yeah.
Probably
Anyway,
600,000.
no doubt. No
Yeah.
doubt. So
All
anyway,
right.
I hope that you can be here next on the third, not next week, on the third that Lisa's going to be here. That would
Mm-hmm.
be fantastic because I think you
Mm-hmm.
guys have a lot to share
Oh yeah,
uh,
no, I'd love to be
with
here.
each
Yes,
other,
Lisa. Yeah,
and
for sure.
yeah, I'll definitely have to look up that website. I'm just going to write down the name of the person in Sweden.
Yeah,
Did you
look her
know?
up on YouTube, Danny Connor Wild on YouTube, and she has some charming videos of really her, her like she includes herself in the video, so
Yeah,
she talks about her process, and then of course there's beautiful imagery and music, and they're just very relaxing, pleasant videos. And she also has a series where she rehabbed some baby squirrels, and it's very cute. How she fed them and raised these baby squirrels and photographed them and so on. So it's quite well done, and she does some lovely work.
it would be interesting. Do you think that have you ever chatted with her?
I haven't. No, I don't know. I think she's very busy. It says there online business inquiries only
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well,
for her email anyway. But
yeah. You know
I mean,
what?
she has something like 200,000 subscribers on YouTube, and people do leave comments on her YouTube, but she doesn't answer all the comments. I mean, there's hundreds of comments. And then on her website, there's an email and it says business inquiries only. So she doesn't really invite chit chat, but I can understand because she is quite popular.
You know what? I'm gonna give it my best shot. I'm gonna get her as a guest.
Oh, give it a try. That would be awesome.
Yeah, you never know.
Yeah, that
Oh,
would be
yeah.
awesome.
All
Yeah,
she
look
can,
up her work and
it's
yeah,
50-50, yes and no.
that's
So
right.
yeah,
Yeah, give it a try.
yeah, you never know, and
Hmm.
that would be something to have her as a guest.
Hmm. Yeah.
And because I'm always looking for people who are professionals in their area, and the interesting thing is that there are a lot of amateur wildlife photographers, and they are at a professional level, you
Hmm.
know, like
I know.
yourself. You're at a professional level. I'm so sorry that I missed your open house because you have such lovely work that you sell for people before Christmas, and I missed it. But
What
You
was
have
the
yeah,
a good
open house?
you have a good excuse, George.
what
What
was
was the
that?
open house?
Yeah.
So I do I do an at my place. I live in Brantford in West Brant, and every November I do a 3-day open house where myself and a friend who's a wildlife artist, we display our work, and people can buy various things. I do a wildlife calendar every year, and it's a fundraiser for a local music ensemble. And then for the past 3 years, I've been sharing my films. So I've done some wildlife films, and the latest that I shared this time was a film about some baby birds that I raised this summer.
Oh,
Nice.
okay.
Mm.
That's great. Lisa, you keep nodding. Do
Yeah.
you and
We
Anka
should
know each
connect on
other?
Facebook.
We should.
We
Okay,
should.
yeah.
Are you
Yeah.
on Facebook, Lisa?
I have a personal account on Facebook, and I have Instagram.
Okay, I'm not on Instagram.
I can find
But
you on
let me
Facebook.
send you
Yeah.
what is
Yeah.
your name on there?
For my Facebook,
Yeah.
it's just Lisa Marie. There's
Okay.
gonna be lots of those potentially.
Digital. Well, there's gonna be lots. Oh, we've got 8 mutual friends there. That's probably the one, I'm guessing.
I sent
Which,
uh, a text here. If you guys are interested, I sent my photography site, and
Yeah.
it's on Instagram.
good. I need to actually go because we typically have a pretty late supper, but I had left some food in the oven and it's actually ready now. So I hope I found the right Lisa Marie. I did send a friend request to a
Okay.
Lisa Marie. So
Oh, yes.
yeah. So anyway, but thank you so much. It was a pleasure, and I'm sorry I have to go,
Oh,
but
That's okay.
we'll see you all again soon.
Yep. You bet.
bye, Anka.
Thanks for
Bye.
coming.
Thanks for sharing your images.
Thank you. I look forward to seeing yours.
Oh, that's fantastic. I love it when that happens. Anyway, I think we're we're past the 8 o'clock mark, and I always let it drift past that if everybody is chatting and having a good time at it. So, tomorrow, let's see, what am I doing tomorrow? Geez, I'm teaching in Hagersville at a high school there. I'm teaching a Mohawk College course, so that if the grade 12 students take my course and they finish their grade 12, they not only get their grade 12 certificate, but they get a credit from Mohawk College. So they get a kind of a bit of a head start in the college scene. Okay. Anyway, if nobody has anything more to say, then I'm going to let everybody go. Thank you very much for coming. I always appreciate it. You know that. And I'm just going to go
Yeah, thanks, George. I'm going to figure out how to share some photos or whatever next time. I got lots.
Yeah, well, maybe
18 years
some
worth of them.
yeah, between now and next week or whenever, if you have in the evening, maybe half an hour, we can work it so that you can share it. I'm pretty sure it's a permissions issue because you've got to
Yeah, I
go in.
think it is too. I think I figured it out, but I didn't want to hijack the chat with me uploading stuff.
Well,
So
I'll tell you what, I don't think you are. And if anybody wants to take off, Lisa, um,
Hmm.
you and I are going to have a rehearsal, right?
Yes, we have to do that.
Yeah.
Please.
And that'll be next week.
Okay.
And yeah. So now I just wanted to ask you, Lisa, do you do any other kind of
Hmm.
photography?
Uh, Wildlife, macro. Sometimes I'll dabble with portraits with my kids.
Yeah.
But not off the top of my head. No, I've done a bit of astro, but not
Yeah.
not for a
Yeah.
long time, and I am not good.
So you don't
No,
do any
I'm always looking to try different things. I'd like to try some actual urban photography, like downtown. I'm in Hamilton, so I'd like to kind of go down there and maybe do some nightscapes or just kind of walk around and check things out. I don't usually do that. I've actually never done that, so
Yeah, you you should try. I do a lot of wall art downtown
okay.
Hamilton, and there's
Yeah.
a lot of it, and some of it is really good, and it's worth.
Oh, yeah.
You need
Yeah.
to go on a Sunday so you can park and walk around without too much problem. But
Yeah.
certainly would advise that. It's really good.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, no, I will for sure. Thank you.
Yeah,
You say
great.
wall art, David?
Yeah, yeah, graffiti, but um, to me, I call it wall art. Some of it is the people who do it are unbelievable. The skills they've got, and it's quite fascinating to see what they come up with.
Yeah, I
Mhm.
saw them painting the old Eaton Center there.
Mm,
So, and it's covered in various portraits and whatever, right? It's right near where I work, so
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Have you seen any of the now I'm not sure if it's still there, but do you know where the Una station is?
Mhm.
Yeah. Have you gone down beneath it by the
not
railroad
recently.
tracks underneath? There there's some graffiti on the walls there too. And of course w- some you can see some real it's I'm not sure it's so much wall art as it is maybe tagging, but a lot of the freight cars, trains
Mm.
have some pretty amazing type of tagging or graffiti on them too. Yeah, I think you could make an entire album on it. I don't know if anybody has ever made an album of all the graffiti in Hamilton. You
I'm
know,
trying.
Well, no,
There's a lot of it, and there's
yeah,
certain
Mhm.
artists who've done about half a dozen different art projects
yeah,
on walls. Um,
yeah.
it's well, maybe next week I can show you some of it.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
that would be fantastic.
Yeah.
Quite some time ago, one of my students, this is before COVID because I was teaching at the college and not online, asked me, how can you make any money at, just taking photographs? And I said, well, there's a lot of different avenues, of course. I said you can do a little become a weekend warrior and just on the weekends keep your normal job and just make some extra money if you want to. You can do that, and there's several ways of doing that. But the other way is to take some photographs of something that might be interesting. One of the things I suggested to them is to on the main drag in Hamilton. Um, what's the street that goes from east to west?
Main Street or
Mountain,
King?
Yeah.
You got King and Main.
Okay.
on the
From
mountain or down below.
down below, east to west.
Uh,
Yeah.
So you're
King and
Maine,
Maine.
we got Cannon.
yeah, or Barton.
Barton.
Yeah,
no,
there's
what's
quite a few.
Burlington Street.
no, but what's the
Yeah,
main one? There are two main. They're
uh,
both one way.
yeah,
Yeah,
either
What?
Maine
Main
or
and
King.
Main and
Yeah.
King.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
I
King
said
Head
that.
goes west.
Yeah, I
Yep.
told them to take photographs of the front facade of all the buildings that are there. Then go to the back of the buildings and take the backs of the buildings. What a difference, And they did. They did that as a project for themselves. And what did they do? They sent it to the Spectator. The Spectator
No.
bought it. They bought it from them
Hmm.
because, they were saying that the front of the buildings, of course, are all updated and, brand spanking new, most of them. And the backs are like the 30s,
Mhm.
Yeah.
and nothing has changed.
Yeah.
So
There
it's,
was a photographer I met years ago. So her subject in downtown Hamilton was ghost signs, like
oh,
old signs from like extinct businesses and
yeah,
whatever. She did a whole, I never did get to see her finished product, but she did a whole series on it. So I
yeah,
thought that was kind of neat.
yeah, that would
So
be, that would be kind of neat. Absolutely. Yeah,
yeah.
treasures like that, you can always find something that uh, um, is sort of hidden, and you can find it hidden from older days, right? Past days,
Mhm.
you know. Amazingly, even older than me. So, anyway, listen, it's been terrific tonight. I've had a really great time, and I've forgotten all about my drops. So I've got the next one ready, because as soon as
Oh.
I sign off, it's got to go in the eye. Yeah.
Mhm.
Anyway, thanks a lot, and we'll see you next week on Wednesday night if you have time, and maybe I will show you my portfolio and show you what kind of photography we did and what kind of setups we did and so on. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Photography is. Okay, good night.
Yeah, thank you,
Because I
George.
could I,
Thanks,
I could just
George.
keep
Thanks,
talking.
George.
Good night. Bye.
Thank you.
Good night.
Good
See you
night.
next week.
See you
Night.
next week.